You are well. My name is Penny Moises and I am the founder of the Clean and Tidy Home Show. Welcome to our Clean and Tidy tea break. Today we are going to be joined by Siân from APDO. Now, APDO stands for the Association of Professional Declutterers and Organisers, and Siân is the president. So I'm just waiting for her to join me. So just bear with me one moment. Thank you to all of those of you who have joined so far. Hope you're having a really good day. And let's have a little go. Here we go. I think this is Siân coming in now from I Am Sorted. So Siân, if that was intentional, then I will let you in. Siân can also tell you about her own business too. So it just looks like it's loading. Good morning, everyone.
Hello.
There she is. Siân, can you hear us okay?
Have I come in on my personal one?
You have, but it's okay because we can do the collaborator with APDO, so it's fine. You can wear a couple of hats. Don't worry about that.
Talk about being organised, hey? I thought I was in the right one. Clearly not.
I love it. Thank you so much for joining us, Siân. I was just explaining that you're the president of APDO, and I've also told everybody what APDO is. But why don't you just tell us a bit about yourself and introduce yourself to those people who don't know who you are and a little bit of background about APDO.
Sure. So, hello everybody. I'm Siân Palesci. I run my own decluttering and organising business called Sorted. I've been going since 2016, so quite a while now. And I stepped into the presidency for APDO last September. So, previous to that, I was the conference director for APDO because my background is in events, which I love, as you know, Penny, because you're right in there too. And APDO has been going for 18 years now, would you believe? We are the association for the industry here in the UK, and we're the only one, and we set the standards, we do our own training, we have over 400 members of professional organisers that all sign up to a code of conduct, a way of working. We're all insured, we all have, just a love for supporting others in their space, both physically and mentally, so it works both ways.
I love it. I love it. And I just couldn't believe it when I discovered APDO because it was just like an answer to all my prayers in terms of finding an amazing partner for the show. So I was delighted to work with you on the inaugural show last year and really looking forward to working with you again this year. I'm really excited about all of the expertise that you and your members are going to be bringing to the show.
Yeah.
So just in terms of those people that are listening, if they are looking for a professional organiser, what can they do and how can APDO help with that?
So we amazingly have a find a professional organizer location on our website, and so if you head to the APDO website, which is apdo.co.uk, APDO, you can click on the find an organizer and just search in your area and a list of organisers will come up. Now, our organisers have different specialisms, they have different ways of working, so I would always advise, depending on what it is that you're looking for, what kind of help you need, just have a look and see who's there, see who you like the look of, have a look at the read and what they do, and maybe chat to one or two of them and just see if any one of them fits.
And what I loved at the show last year is Siân hosted a panel. It was a bit of a blind date style themed panel, so meet your match with APDO. And it was a case of interviewing different professional organisers to find out how their specialisms kind of differ and what might suit different people. And we kind of likened it to dating as actually you've got to find the right person to suit you, your home, your lifestyle. And I think that's really important. So what I'll do after this is in our stories, just share a link to that because that's still available on our podcast channel so that you can have a little listen and find out more. But one of the main reasons I was keen to timely speak with Siân this week is that we've got a bit of a special week next week, haven't we, Siân? Do you want to tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, next week we have Spring Clearing Week, not cleaning, Clearing Week. I know people get sort of confused by this and go, what's Spring Clearing Week? Well, it's all about looking at ways that you can help yourself, help your friends, help your family, just sort of look at your space, look at how you can clear your space so it's better for you going forward. It's one of the campaigns that we run. It's a week-long campaign. We run another one in November and we do other stuff throughout the year, as well as coming to the Clean and Tidy Home Show, which we're really excited about. And so So you find lots of tips and advice and information on things that you can be doing to help yourself and help others within your home and your space.
I love it. Now, I know that you theme every clearing week.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the one for this year and what can we expect?
Yeah, it's a bit of a long one this time. It's improve your space, mind and mood for better mental health. I had to check that then because it was quite a long one. And it's basically all about looking at how you can help yourself within your environment. And, you know, the environment is really important to your mental health because it can put a lot of blockers on there. It can make you feel low. It can make you feel like you're not able to achieve. And so it's looking at ways that we can help you consider things that you can do throughout the week and the rest of the year, actually, to help yourself within your environment and your space. So we're going to be offering things like blogs, tips, advice, an interview with a professional organizer on things that you can do in general, just to help you in your space that will then ultimately help you in your mental space as well.
So can you give us a few little nuggets, Sian, in terms of how you think your space can really impact your mental health? And by all means, draw on some of your own personal experiences. Would just, love to find out a little bit more about how you think that they align.
So, there's this whole saying about, mental, I'm trying to think what the actual saying is, but it's all about how clutter can lead to your mental health, and clutter in your mind, in your space ties in together. And it's really true. If you have a lot of clutter in your environment, in your space surrounding you, it can impact on your mental health because naturally your brain starts to become very cluttered in the needs of all the things that you need to be doing to make that space more easy for you to work in, to work around, to live in, to be in, I suppose, in general. So looking at, the benefits of clearing your space for a clear mind, it really does make a difference and it does make an impact. So anything you can do, even if it's just to clear a little workspace, if the whole of your room is chaos, but you can create a small space within that chaos of calmness, you will start to see an improvement in how you behave and how your brain starts to think. And naturally, the endorphins that come from that clear space and making you feel happy then makes you want to do more. So you can then start to do more spaces and start to clear those and make those become more easy for you to be in and around. And that all has an effect, and it all sort of works together in how your space and your mental mindset and your mind frame and how you're thinking about things really work. There was some research done a few years ago by a fellow colleague, actually, who looked at what is clutter for people. Is clutter the same for everybody? No, it isn't. It's very much about, and this was an obvious answer, but the research needed to be done to understand it more. Clutter is relevant to you, so it's all personal, and it's very much about what is your level that you feel comfortable with, that you feel happy in. If you're in a state of situation where there's too much clutter around you, then naturally your brain will start to go into overdrive and you'll start to feel a bit overwhelmed, and you might start to feel melancholy and low and not sure how to get out of it. But if you know what your level of clutter is, where it's good, where you can cope, and you go, do you know what, I don't mind that there's things out there on the table, that's fine, so long as it doesn't get too much and there's not any more, then we're okay. So it's just about understanding what your level is that you can cope with, and then working out a way of getting to that point where you can keep to that level or even do one better and clear it a bit more.
I find that so interesting. And what I'd love to ask you, putting you a little bit on the spot here, is do you ever truly think that you can be completely decluttered? Is there a point that you can get to where you are done and you are in a position, obviously we can kind of come on to things, organising and things like that, then feed into it. But I suppose this is also a bit of a personal question, having two young boys and as soon as there's another delivery of post or something like that, it feels like it does just start again. So is there a point or maybe an equilibrium? What's your kind of thoughts on that?
I think there's always a point that you can get to where you feel calm. However, there is life. And with life comes things and stuff and things to do and movement of people and movement of situations. And in that, you have to be prepared for change, because naturally where you can clear the decks completely and go, oh, this is amazing. And then a situation changes in your life where things have to move, or you have to move things around a bit more, and then it feels a bit like it's back to square one. But actually it's just progress. It's all about the progress and the movement of your belongings to suit you and your needs at that moment. So yes, you can have that moment of complete, this is bliss, this is perfect, how I want it to be. But be aware that there may probably, and there will probably be, a situation or a time where that will change and it will feel a little bit out of order again. And it just takes, some time to understand that that's what's coming. So therefore it's not a shock to the system and you don't feel like you're unprepared for it. But it's part of life. It's part of life. It's how we move in our life.
So just tell us briefly about your home and your level, and what kind of level you're happy to live to. So, do you have that drawer? Or I'm currently looking at my bag that is full of things that I know I need to get to and find a home for. Just tell us a bit about, as an expert yourself, is your home perfect?
Of course it's not perfect. Absolutely not. I've got 2 young boys. I've got a dog, a cat, a husband. I've got a job. I've got a life. Well, I like to think I have anyway, but it's all about, so yes, things have a place in my home. They do have a place to go to, but that doesn't mean to say that they're always going to be there. I have kids that come in and bring toys in from one room to another and then leave them and then take something else out and put it somewhere else where it's not supposed to be. So there's always an element of needing to have that clear up and that tidy up. But some of it we do as we go, some of it gets left, and occasionally I have to sort of revisit and go, right, okay, time to get this area sorted and just get on with it. So no, nobody's home is ever perfect, ever. I just want to say that now. You can find a level of perfection that works for you, but it's not perfect. There will always be something that needs to be done, or like you say, a letter that comes through the door and therefore needs to be actioned, or a toy that's worked its way into a room that it's not supposed to be in and then needs to go back to its home. So there's always that comes into play. But no, my home is just a normal home where I have a family and we have things that move from one room to the next. Yeah, but there is a
What
place
I will say, yeah, no, I love that. And I think what I find really interesting is it's not just about that kind of physical clutter that you can see around you. I know for me, digital clutter is a big challenge. And it might be that I catch up with all my WhatsApp messages, but then I haven't got to my DMs, or then the emails and that's before you've even got to the documents that I save onto my desktop that I know shouldn't be there, things like that. So I think it's about working out all those different facets, isn't it? And again, just working on all those different areas and what brings you most peace, and making sure that you're finding that balance.
Yeah, it is. And it is about finding that balance. It's about understanding, actually, do you know what is it that's bothering me the most right now? What is it that really needs to be actioned? And what can be left and ignored for a moment or 2 or 3 days, or however long it needs to be before you then need to action it. I mean, obviously keeping on top of these things is good, because then that stops that build up. And it is important to try and remember that you don't want a massive build up of things, because then that takes more time to plan in, to actually go through and deal with. So you want to try and make it as easy as possible. If that means chipping away at it a little bit at a time, then that's great. If it means leaving it for a couple of days and then actioning it in one fell swoop, that's also great. So it's just whatever works for you.
Yeah, I love it. So APDO conference is in May, and I'd love you to tell us a bit more about that, because we've got some exciting competition coming as part of next week's spring clearing effort. So tell us about the conference, Charles.
Yeah, the conference is an annual event for APDO. It's open to anybody. It's not just for members. So anybody that's a professional organizer, anybody that's got a small business and they're wanting to learn how to improve their own skills and maybe skill sets for their business and help them to grow. And it runs on the 11th and 12th of May. I had to think about that one. In Birmingham this year. And it's the title of it, we always title it and theme it around something. This time it's called Moving Forward to Flourish. It's all about helping yourself grow, both as a person, but also as a business. So I'm really excited. We've just announced all of the speakers, so we now have the lineup for the 2 days. And we've got so much more going on during the 2 days as well. We have a buddy system, we have accommodation packages, we have a payment plan in place. So if you're a bit short on cash at the moment and you really want to come, but you think, oh, I can't pay all that out in one go, that's okay. You can pay it in installments. So there's loads of ways that you can get involved, and it's great because it allows you to learn something for yourself over the space of 2 days. We have a number of workshops that we run throughout. We have a couple of keynotes on some really key topics. And it's just really exciting. There's so many people that go and just love it, and it's just great. It's a really great opportunity to meet people and just chat, just get a chance to chat.
I went last year, and I honestly have not been surrounded by a more lovely group of people, other than at the Clean and Tidy Home Show,
Naturally.
obviously, because very similar audience, but in terms of support and collaboration, it was lovely. And the amount of people, again, similar to the Clean and Tidy Home Show, that went on their own, but you really did feel welcome and learned so much from my time there. So I'm certainly looking forward to going again. So we're running a competition next week, so there'll be day tickets available. So we've got one day, so over a Thursday and Friday, isn't it, Sian?
That's
so
right,
one Thursday ticket, one Friday ticket available. So please keep an eye out on Monday on both APDO accounts and the Clean Tidy Home Show Instagram accounts. It'll be super easy to enter via Instagram. And as Sian says, whether you're interested in becoming a professional organiser, whether you already are one, or whether you need support in your business, you want to find out more, couldn't recommend it enough. So really hope that you keep an eye out for that and you enter. And I know that Sian, you're going to be drawing the winner on the Sunday at the end of the week, and that will be announced on the APDO Instagram page. So please do take a look at that next week, as well as all the amazing content that Sian and all of the members will be sharing for Spring Clearing Week. So Sian, again, putting you on the spot here, just to close, if you had kind of one particular tip or a statement or something just to leave us with in terms of clearing with mental health in mind, is there any little thing that you want to share with us just to finish off?
I would say, I think so. It's really, it's a matter of think about your space in a way of your body. So if you look at it in the sense of, I need to look after my body and myself, one of the ways that you can do that is looking at your surroundings as well. And if you can chip away at little areas to help your body feel more secure and more calm and more relaxed, then just get started. That's all you have to do. Just start in one small space. I say this every time, but it really does work. Start in one small space and see how that makes you feel mentally. Think about what you're doing and how you're looking at your area, and just go for it. And you will start to see a change in you and your behavior, in how you think, in how you feel. And then you'll also physically start to see a difference as well.
Brilliant. Love that, Sian. And would encourage any of you that are on your kind of spring clearing and spring cleaning, please just tag us. We want to see the impacts that are having around your home, whether it helps you to be accountable to do before and afters, or whether you just want to jump on stories to say that you're getting involved too, whether you want to share, maybe I'll share my ever-growing bag that I can see out of the corner of my eye, and be accountable for finding places for those things. But please do get in touch with us via DMs and various other things as well. If you do need a bit of encouragement, I think it's always good when we can support each other. So absolutely. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for joining us, Sian, and look forward to seeing everything that's coming up next week.
Absolutely, and we're really excited as part of APDO to be partners with Clean and Tidy Home Show. It's such a great show, and last year was fantastic, and we can't wait till October this year. Really excited about that. We're already planning what we're doing, so we're very excited.
Lots of exciting stuff to come. Thanks again, Sian, and look forward to seeing you all on the next tea break soon.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.